It's Kitchen Courses with Kate and Eric.
So dessert, apple crisp.
Apple crisp.
A favorite, right?
And
So
hair in my face.
So you are going to get a 9x9-inch kind of Pyrex pan out. You're going to preheat your oven to 375, and you are going to peel, core, and chop up 6 Granny Smith apples. I really like Granny Smith because it's really tart, and so I like the bite of the Granny Smith apples with kind of the sweetness of the kind of sugar, cinnamon, and then crumbly top.
Would a Braeburn that has that sort of softer but gritty texture work?
Yes, it would probably break down faster.
Okay.
So it depends if you like a little bit of a mushier apple crisp.
No.
Which is what
Mush and crisp
which is what this turned
do
into.
not go together. Ours is not burned.
So I prefer a Granny Smith, or like if you're looking for the sweeter side, I would like a Gala apple would be like my second choice, or a mixture of both. Add about 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, 1/3 cup of white sugar, and mix that around. 1 tablespoon of cornstarch and 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon.
Sounds delicious.
I add each of the ingredients to the apples separately because I really like to ensure that everything gets mixed and incorporated through. For the topping, you are going to put 1/3 cup of coconut oil in a bowl, and to that you are going to add 1/3 cup of brown sugar, 1/4 cup of gluten-free flour blend, 1/4 cup of almond meal, 1/2 cup of old-fashioned rolled oats, and if you're cooking for somebody who's gluten-free, make sure they're gluten-free rolled oats, 1/2 cup of chopped walnuts, a teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg, and 1/2 teaspoon of ginger powder.
And then you're just gonna mix it up?
Mix it up. You're gonna mix it with your hands until it gets to be kind of like a fine, you wanna make sure you're breaking down all the coconut oil. The coconut oil is taking the place of the butter in this. You have your apples, you're gonna take your crisp crumbs and sprinkle it all on top, and you're going to put it into a 375-degree oven for about 45 minutes. Yeah, what's your favorite memory with an apple in it?
My grandparents had an apple orchard, and then my grandma would she would make apple pies, and then my mom would come home from helping her and fill the freezer with them, and then we would eat them later.
That's an amazing memory.
They're all dead now.
But you have the memory of like yummy apples with them. When it comes out, it should be nice and golden brown on top. I am serving it with a vanilla maple, non-dairy, non-gluten kind of ice cream that I found at the grocery store. And if your family or your friends don't have allergies, you could serve it with vanilla ice cream too.
What about French vanilla?
So French vanilla versus vanilla. French vanilla is the custard one, right? It's the one that has...
Oh.
Or is French vanilla the regular one?
I know French vanilla is more buttery looking.
Okay, so French vanilla has egg in it. Regular vanilla does not.
Huh.
Which do you prefer?
Probably regular.
Good, that's what I bought you. What's the song you were gonna sing?
Oh God.
Eric had a song for Mix It Up. Yep, so mix it up with your hands. You want it to be
I
kind
know
of
I
like...
made a joke about Coco No-Nos.
You did. You did. You want to explain that joke?
If you don't know what a Coco No-No is, watch Star Trek The Next Generation and then listen to the Greatest Generation podcast.
Shout out to the Greatest Generation podcast. Eric's obsessed.